And now we turn from the tennis court to the football field.
The NFL season kicks off for reals.
We will be locked and loaded, ready to go.
The games will, they'll really be real now.
It's time to go out and just, see where it's at.
You don't know what the possibilities are, but everybody starts in the same spot.
There's definitely a heightened sense of urgency as this regular season is upon us.
It's week one of the NFL season. You're so football hungry that you'll watch anything.
James Brown, the host of the NFL Today on CBS, here with us for a preview of an upcoming season that has up and come. I mean, here it is upon us. Our Hall of Famer, both figurative and now literal. First of all, congratulations, pal.
Thank you so very much. With that introduction, I actually thought you were going to introduce me to do a rendition, to do a song of like JB, the Godfather of Soul.
Well, hey, we're saving that for the goodbye.
Okay, sounds good.
Interestingly, as this, one of the things that the NFL, I believe, likes to do, it likes to stay in our consciousness for 12 months a year. And so before we get to a season upon us, I do want to ask you about the actions of Colin Kaepernick, who has altered his stance with regard to the national anthem. Now he is now taking a knee as his stand that has elicited a lot of talk on both sides.
No question.
Continues.
No question.
What do you make of the league's response, his fellow players' response, and ultimately the stand that he's taking?
The league's response in a conversation that I had with the commissioner, Roger Goodell, I think was accurate. He said, one, the young man has every bit the constitutional right to be able to do that, to express his feelings. And I asked Roger, I said, well, what about the venue that he's choosing, NFL stadiums? And Roger was very candid in saying, while I might not choose to do that, he has the right to use that platform. It is a widely viewed platform for sure, and that's clearly why Colin Kaepernick is doing that. Look, Josh, you know what? I know it's a very contentious issue, but as far as I'm concerned, I wanted to ask myself a couple of questions. One, is the issue a legitimate one? Absolutely. One that's been going on for generations. Number two, is it the right approach? I might choose differently, but I certainly don't begrudge him for the approach that he's taking. If three, it stimulates a meaningful conversation and dialogue with the aim to resolving the matter. That's what I'm hopeful. Right now, it's a very divisive issue. Conversations are being held in homogenous groups. And Josh, how nice would it be if the conversation were being held in diverse groups with an aim towards resolving it? Now, I'm a square. I'll be the first to tell you in terms of my worldview. But much as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led that which was distinctly a biblical or Christian movement in terms of addressing the civil rights issue, it was with love as the underpinning. And I firmly believe in the truth that love never fails. Even with contentious issues, if good people get together to talk through what has been an ongoing problem, or any problem. Does that make sense?
It does, and it seems that as other athletes join him and also seek to have that conversation, it's also been very apparent. Colin Kaepernick has not run from this. He has certainly taken questions about it and will continue to do so. And to your point, let's hope that that meaningful conversation is had and that perhaps we get to a solution. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. My mom always said.
Moms and moms is right.
To the games we go then. Quarterback has never been more important a position than it is in today's NFL.
Your segues are too smooth. I'm taking notes. So if you see it on the NFL Today, credit Josh. Absolutely. Go ahead. To the games we go.
There will be no Tony Romo at season's beginning. There will be no Teddy Bridgewater at season's beginning. With the Cowboys and the Vikings, these were two teams with legitimate postseason hopes. So much was made. What do you make then of the fates of the Cowboys of Dallas and the Vikings of Minnesota?
Aren't Cowboy fans the eternal optimists?
Yes.
Period, no matter what, and that certainly is the case with Dallas
their
Cowboys.
owner. I think that's that is a requirement.
Well, Jerry is the consummate marketer, and I mean he's one of the best at it. He knows how to turn the dollar, to say the least. Look, the stats are there. With Romo at the helm, they are very successful, but he's been injury prone. It's a tough game, a serious game to say the least. Dak Prescott brings all the right attributes to the table.
Like this kid.
Talented kid. And the guys, ball players know another great talent when they see one. The kid has what it takes. But some of the best minds in the business are defensive coordinators as well. So the key will be, can he sustain, can he develop the way his talent suggests that he can? Prodigious talent, to say the least. But the NFL is a tough place to get it done. However, as you and I both know, a quarterback's best friend, a running back, a great running back at that, and Ezekiel Elliott has the ability to get it done. So I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys ought to be ruled out. I think they still have a very strong shot in a pretty good NFC East, though many people are saying Washington, while not a great team, but top to bottom, not bad at all. In terms of the Minnesota Vikings, boy, what a blow.
Yeah.
And how do you prepare and anticipate for that? So under the circumstances, I think they did a good job in getting Sam Bradford because, again, his best ally is going to be one Adrian Peterson. And he was going to be that way anyway, but if they can get the job done with him, Bradford does not have a great arm, but if he can have that short range and intermediate game effectively executed with Adrian Peterson, look, the window is closing on Minnesota, so they've got to get it done.
Another great ally to have is Rob Gronkowski. Somebody that Jimmy Garoppolo figures to be looking for early and often. The Patriots certainly, it's really a part of their DNA. Replace, survive, advance. Do you think, what it takes in an AFC with a lot of questions out there, enough to overcome what they might get at
I'm going to tease
young
with you
Mr.
because
Garoppolo?
my producers are going to say, why can't you be succinct like Josh Elliott? That was awesome. Replace,
survive, advance.
That and advance. Wow, I'm stealing that one. That's awesome. Because you know what, Josh? And he's writing it down. That's another one. There is no team in the NFL today that's better at handling adversity than the New England Patriots. Look, it's Belichick and Brady together, make no mistake about it. 15 consecutive years winning. Bill Belichick, the only other coach who's done that with 10 or more winning seasons, was Tom Landry from 70 to 85, I believe it was. They did 16. The guy is a genius, Bill Belichick. And the team, they can really adopt that us against them mentality and do well because everybody is seen as somebody who'd better produce from top to bottom. And if they could just hold the fort, it'll be a tough one in game number one, but if they can hold the fort until Tom Brady comes back, he will be playing with a huge chip on his shoulder as well, and that's not a good prescription for the opposition.
As we have learned before, an angry Tom Brady is not an optimal Tom Brady for a defense. Get your head here on this one. I watched generations of St. Louis fans have their hearts torn from them when the NFL decided to return to Los Angeles, and I can only say, as a Los Angeles native who had my Rams torn from me over 2 decades ago.
How are you viewing it now?
I feel your pain, all right? I know what it's like. Now that they're back, though, and now that the game is back in the nation's second largest market, what do you make of that return and what will be required of the Rams week one?
I love how you ask me the questions because you are just as sharp in this game or any sport as I am. I hope that I am anyway. So I know it's a rhetorical question because you know the answer. Look, the excitement, and you would know better than me being from there, the excitement is high. Some 89,000, just under 90,000 for the preseason game. So excitement has built to a fever pitch. Season ticket sales are certainly they're sold out. The key is still what happens on the field. If they can put on the field a winner, showing great prospects for the future as well, too, then football back in L.A. will be there. Heavens, I was doing play-by-play back when Jackie Slater was there and Eric Dickerson was running.
Eric Dickerson.
So I know
greatest
what it's all
player
about.
I ever saw.
Eric Dickerson was simply phenomenal. So don't know that they'll see that happen anytime soon, but let's hope that they can put a winner on the field.
All right.
Hey, do you think, by the way, that Chrissy is upset that I've stolen so much of your wonderful style on air, and it's now going to be duplicated on the NFL today? At least attempted?
Go forth and prosper, everybody. I think really that's what we're talking about, right? All right. And he's good, right, guys? He's good. JB got in very little trouble, although there's somebody waiting for you on the side.
As most, that means there's something serious to talk about afterwards, right?
Our Hall of Famer, both figurative now and literal. JB, we, as always, appreciate the time.
Good talking with you too, partner. Continued success to you.
You make us better.
Okay.